Alright, this video we're going to go over adjusting the point of aim at 100 yards with a standard scope. Now, most scopes out there are set for quarter-inch increments, which I mean at 100 yards, every click on your elevation and windage knobs is going to equal 1/4 inch of movement of point of impact at your target. Now this target right here, this is a target made for sighting in scopes. This is a crosshair sighting target, 100 yard. And you can see the hash marks all over. The small hash marks up and down, those equal, I'll zoom in, those equal 1/4 inch of movement. That's one click. So basically, bottom line is when you aim, put your crosshairs right here at the center of the target. And then what you want to do is you go ahead and shoot your group. Now if your crosshairs are here and your group is here, what that means is, well, okay, you don't have to do any movement on elevation, but you need to move left, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move left 5 clicks. So all you got to do is click it 5 times to the left, and there you go. That should move your impact point to center. That's just an example. Now remember, what you want to do is take the average of 3 rounds fired at least. 3 to 5 rounds. So if your group, let's say, we'll use this again, let's say you're aiming here and your shots are off here. If your group is about a 2-inch big group, go to the middle of that group and then count your squares. Alright, and the same thing for elevation. If you're aiming here and your bullets are hitting low, go to the middle of the group that you fired and then count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and whatnot. That's going to be how many clicks that you're going to have to move to get your impact point to the center of target. So that's pretty easy with these targets. It's pretty, set. I mean, even on the target on the bottom here, it tells you, this target incorporates 1-inch blocks to accommodate horizontal, 1/4 inch horizontal vertical click adjustments on most scopes. Use a central target for initial sighting. 4 corner targets for fine tuning, or to accommodate other shooters, or if you're shooting different loads. So in this case, this target, this would be your initial. Once you got it to where your group is kind of sitting right around in here, you can use these to fine tune that group and get it as close as possible. You can shoot either here or you can shoot your groups in each little square if you'd like. So now a trick that I like to use if I don't have one of these targets is as follows. What you need is a good bench rest, something that keeps your rifle very secure and steady, not moving. So what we're going to do is I'll use my horrible drawing skills to draw your sight picture through a scope. So there you go. Say you're aiming center mass on the target at 100 yards. Your rifle is secured, it's on a bench rest, and you pop off, let's say 3 rounds. And there's your 3-round group. You're way off. Now, what you do without moving the rifle, don't move the rifle, leave it secure in the bench rest. What you need to do is grab the elevation knob and start clicking it. What you're going to notice is the crosshairs are going to start moving down on the target. Once you get level to where the center of your group is, then you can go ahead and hit your windage and move the crosshairs over. So your end result is, without your rifle moving, you'll have changed the point of aim from your crosshairs over to your group. Then what you do is you go ahead, reload, shoot 3 more. And if done correctly, and everything's, you have good ammo that's fairly consistent between shots, you have a good bench rest, you're paying attention to shooting fundamentals, all that good stuff. Within maybe a couple times, you might have to refine tune it a little bit, but within a couple of times, you should be putting your shot groups right there. So that's a little trick I use, because sometimes these 100-yard crosshair sighting in targets aren't available. So Again, I can't stress enough, if you're sighting in a scope, use a bench rest if possible. Borrow one, rent one, buy one. Use a bench rest, secure the rifle in. That takes human error out of it. If you're trying to sight a scope in with, just you holding the rifle, you're adding a lot of human error, and it's going to be a lot of inconsistency between shots. So do the best you can for taking as much human error out of it. Because, like I said, initially it's not about ego or not about being the best shot. What you want to do is get your rifle dialed in. Then when you know it's dialed in, you know exactly what the rifle can do. Then you can go from there and see if you can shoot to the capability of the rifle. So with that said, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. And thank you for watching.